Hello ladies, it's Fiona here, and today we're talking about how to burn fat off the body and the deeper meaning to why you crave fat. Your body is always seeking. It is sending you cues and sending you messages via your cravings for what she needs to satisfy her and satisfy your soul. It's a feeling that she's after. It's always on a quest to be heard. She sends you the feeling that you're thirsty. She sends you the feeling that you're going to the toilet, need to go to the toilet. She sends you the feeling that you're cold. Unfortunately, we misinterpret or we ignore a lot of those feelings. I know that I have for years. I've carried a bottle of water around in my bag for years, but I've never actually drunk from it. I'm a good girl. I'm carrying water around with. I'm so thirsty, but I never actually get round to drinking it. So your body is sending you naturally messages all the time. When you're thirsty, when you need to go to the toilet, when you're cold, when you're too hot. She also sends you messages of like when you're uncomfortable or when you're extremely happy. Most of us don't actually allow ourselves to tune into that and understand what's going on. Your body is telling you what she needs the most, what she wants the most, and what she's lacking the most all the time. I'm Fiona Robertson. I am the body renewer and I am a body whisperer, and I help ladies understand what their bodies are asking for, why they're craving fat, and how we can actually access the fat cells and release the fat. We also release the emotional needs and detox your body, and I'm a food therapist. I'm a body whisperer. I help you understand what's going on in your body so that you can be deeply satisfied with your body. If I was to tell you my story, if I was to tell you how to reach inside your body and give it everything she wants, you'd kind of go, I can't do that. It's a step-by-step process. It's an absolutely beautiful journey to understand what's going on in your body. I can give you the foods that would best suit your body code, because every single body is slightly different. There are some ladies who gain fat, and there are some ladies who can eat whatever they want and they don't gain an ounce. To do with your mental perception, it's to do with what you're carrying emotionally, and it's to do with your spirit and what your soul is wanting from you. Now, today I'm just going to be going through a little bit about why the body craves fat, but I'm also going to be going through how to burn fat. Fat is there for a very, very special reason. It appears on your body, but it doesn't appear on someone else's body. It's there for a specific reason. If you know what your body's saying to you and why you've gained the fat and why someone else hasn't gained the fat, we're able to find that out by scanning your body and actually understanding what's going on here behind the scenes so that you can understand what's going on for you. The reason fat is so uncomfortable for you on your body is because it's like a billboard, it's like an advertisement. It's telling everybody what's going on behind the scenes because you're wearing it. Because you're wearing your wobble, you're wearing the fact that you can't cope with certain things in your life. I know that my body is a barometer, and it changes when I'm feeling, oh my God, life's awesome, life's brilliant, everything's working out for me. Or when I'm struggling with something, I'm struggling with a relationship, or I'm struggling with finances, or I'm struggling with a house move, or I'm struggling with the children. My body is a barometer, and I now know how to feel my way through that and get back to the very, very good place so that I don't carry the extra weight, because that's how my body talks to me. She is so on the ball, and she talks to me not just with weight, she talks to me with sciatica, she's talked to me in the past with ovarian cysts, she's talked to me before with like ringworm and rashes and all sorts of other things that have come from just the amount of stress that I've had in my life. For sure, I was overeating. I was eating and binging and answering the call of these cravings because I was empty. I was empty on the inside of what I needed most. I didn't understand what I needed most. I wasn't listening to my thoughts. I wasn't listening to what my body really wanted, what I really wanted. I never really asked myself, what do I really, really want? We can always say, oh, more money, a better career, a better job, a better partner, better clothes in the wardrobe. I was stashing food, I was binging on food, and I was hiding it. Hiding it behind cupboard doors, finding little secret places I could squirrel away, and I was scoffing it when nobody was looking. I didn't want to admit how hurt, angry, sad, how much blame I put on myself, how much I hated my body. But I always had this smile on my face, and I was always kind of like, yeah, well, everything's fine. Everything's working out fine. Thank you very much. Completely agrimony, le Bach flower remedy, which is basically kind of like putting a happy smile on something when really deep inside you're really angry or really mad. Self-hate and name-calling, especially from yourself and from anybody around you, if you're in a relationship or in a situation, or if you're picking that up from anywhere, particularly from yourself, it's going to have a very profound physical effect on you. If you've never looked up the metaphysical reason for being overweight, carrying more fat, it is all to do with protection. Now, a lot of women just kind of go, oh yeah, it's all to do with protection. I know that. Because of him, because of her, because of, but we don't look at the words that we're calling ourselves. Now, I was brought up saying sticks and stones can break your bones and names can never harm you. But I've been in relationships, and I've been in a childhood of bullying and shouting and screaming. And I know that those things really do hurt. It's like having a dagger plunged into your chest, or a slap across the face, or a hit in the body. Those words really hurt you. Just like water, who is subjected to negative songs and negative words and negative energy, the water gets all out of shape. The hateful words bring damage to you more than anything else. It kind of like, it just screws things up on the inside. I've seen myself and other women change their diet to lose weight and yet lose nothing. I've gone on detoxes. I've seen women do strict detoxes and starve themselves only to regain any weight that they lost in that short period of time and more besides, because they haven't changed the words they're using, they haven't changed their short thoughts, they particularly haven't changed how they feel about themselves. This was the hardest work I had to do, but the easiest work I had to do. It came from ease, but it was the hardest work I had to do to change what I said about myself as a woman. So I've seen myself and other women turn everything around in a very short space of time. This is how I managed to lose 2 stone in 2 months. But it's not all about the weight. It's about having the satisfaction in your whole life, feeling fulfilled. Certainly when we're overeating, and particularly eating fats and things like that, it's because we want to fill a gap. We're just like, oh my God, I just need to fill that gap. So if you're craving oils and creams and avocados and fatty crisps and eggs and nuts and nut butters, those heavy things that are kind of very, very filling, be aware of what your body's actually asking you for. The moment I've seen ladies, and for myself as well, kind of like my belly. I kind of like my breasts. I know that my belly's given birth to my babies. I know that my breasts have fed my babies. We start there. We start appreciating what our body's done for us. When we can rampage and we can really appreciate that she's done every single thing for us to make us feel happy and alive and protect us, and we understand what she's doing for us on a cellular level, you will be astounded how your body transforms. I had a lady last week saying to me, do you know what, Fiona? I actually can say now, after a few months, I really love my belly. And I've seen my belly get flatter with this program that you're helping with. I've seen it get flatter. It's getting flatter and flatter. I can see my stretch marks. I know that they're going to disappear. I can see the wobble. I know I'm still wobbling in certain. I see how my body is reflecting how I'm feeling. The ability to change your mind, your mindset about ourselves, to change our perspective of how I look is massive. You cannot believe it until you do it. This is what fat is showing you. I've changed my food slightly. I now eat the food that I absolutely love, that I find very satisfying, that I find very fulfilling. And as I'm eating it, I find it very, very fulfilling. I sort of say a prayer to my food and I really appreciate the food that I'm eating. I eat way less than I used to because I'm fulfilled and I've met my needs, my wants, and what my body was lacking in other areas of my life. You see, it's not all about what you eat. I'm deeply satisfied. I can actually say that. And I'm hearing ladies say that to me every week. Oh my God, I've never eaten so much. And I feel really, really satisfied. And you know what? The more I eat like this, the more weight I'm actually seeing myself losing. I believe that this is working. I can see it working. I'm really, really happy with the way things are going. There's nothing that responds quicker than your body to your thoughts and your feelings. Yes. So if we can fill up the gaps instead of like eating lots and lots of fat, or if we are eating lots and lots of fat, just understand what it's showing you. So why do we crave fat? Why is it that we crave fat in particular? Some people crave sugars, and I've done a video on that. Some people crave salts, and I've done a video on that too. Fat has a very, very unique energy, and it has a very, very special and deep, profoundly deep message for you. So if you're craving the textures, like I said before, like oils and olive oils, dressings and avocados and nut butters and cream, it's showing you that there's spiky bits, the spiky bits that she wants to smooth over, the sort of the cruel words, the hate, this jagged energy around us, these words of hate and lack of belief in ourselves. The deeper level that fat is calling you towards is your spirit and your soul, who wants you to feel deeply satisfied, that you've got everything going on in your life. She's asking you to step up and become the woman that you came here to be. Fat is such a fantastic fuel for that. She shows you in such ways. The unique energy of fat. Okay, explain fat. Imagine fat. Describe fat. It flows. It rolls. It's kind of cozy. It's protective. It's soft. It's gentle. Kind of squidgy. It's like a cushion. And it gives us a very fulfilling feeling. Just be aware of what you're eating, and when you're eating, how it feels in your mouth and then how it lays on your body. It has a movement all of its own. It kind of slides and it glides, and it has a movement that's nice to watch. If you look at fat, sugar has a very jaggedy energy. Fat has a very rolly energy, and it sort of wobbles, and it has a jelly kind of. It's a very unique, deep energy, and I really want you to understand why your body has gained fat. It is desiring you to look deeper. It is asking you to go steps and steps deeper, to take a deep dive into who you are as a woman and why you came here and how you can be the woman that you came here to be. This is what fat is showing you. All the women that I am talking to, they all have a calling. We're all serving, but we're picking up this fat because we're not feeling fulfilled in other areas of our lives. It was not lost. It hasn't been lost on me, this analogy that I saw, that I understand that fat was a cushion for me, and where I missed the cushion and why I ate it so that I had that kind of fat cushion, the bum, the belly, the boobs. It wasn't lost on me, this whole analogy as to what I was really deep down seeking. So I sought out what it was that I needed other than getting the fat from the food. And I eased into it. I didn't kind of go full force like a quantum leap. I eased into it so that I could change my perception. I could change the way I thought about what I was eating. I changed the way I saw about my delicious, gorgeous, voluptuous body. And with that, my body morphed and my body changed. It changed so much in 2 months that I was kind of like, wow. And I did it with a friend, and we also kind of went, oh, wow. When we've changed these perceptions, these thoughts, we've understood what the messages are, what the cues are, we're understanding what's going on behind the scenes. I became deeply satisfied and deeply fulfilled with so many different areas of my life. I decided to see them as satisfying rather than they're not quite there yet, or I haven't quite got it yet. The hardest part was to really appreciate and love and see my body for what it was and love it just as it was before I actually had the slim version of me but still felt fulfilled. It's as easy and it's as hard as that. Fat is calling you to do massive clear out work, and I don't just mean clear out to do with the digestion, I do that too. It's a clear out of your mental perceptions, it's a clear out of your stories, it's a clear out of your emotions, the hurt, the fear, the worry, the hate, the blame, the resentment. Clear those out and never look back on those ever again. The body code is allowing you to listen to the cues and the messages of your spirit, of your soul, and how to satisfy her and how satisfied she wants to feel. This is fat. This is the energy of fat, and this is what she's calling you to feel. The deeper we go down into all these other areas, the shame, the guilt, the hurt, the loss, it's harder to climb our way back up again. And this is where we will be gaining the weight when we're in these kind of emotions and when we're in these kind of feelings, until we get to the neutral place, and then we can just build and build and build and build all the things that really fulfill us. I'm Fiona Robertson. I am a body renewer, and I am your body whisperer, so that you can hear what she's asking you for. There's a deeper meaning to your cravings of fat. I've given you a general overview. I've given you a general overview to the salt, to the sugar, and now to the fat. There's a deeper meaning why you crave the foods that you crave. I'm going to love you and leave you, and I'll be back again in Women Winning with the World, because that's what we need to do. That's who we are. That's what we came here to be. Bye-bye.